You ain't going to need it. It's a rule we senior devs pride ourselves on. We've all been burned by code someone added just in case. Code that sat there for years and earned nothing. And I built some of that code once, and I fought to keep it, and then I finally ripped it out. I even made a video about it telling you to avoid that same trap. But agentic development changed the math. And the same instinct that saved you is now quietly costing you. So hear me out. Here's you already know this reminder for senior .NET devs. YAGNI was never a moral rule. It was math. Building ahead costs real developer hours for a payoff that may never come. So refusing to do that is smart. But the expensive part was never the idea, it was the labor. And in agentic development, that labor just collapsed. So meet the Splinter Seam. It's a clean boundary around a feature so it can break off into its own product later. Okay. Now, building DevNitro, I hit a feature I needed anyway. And I could have buried it inside of the product and moved on. But instead, I spent a little extra time drawing a clean boundary around it. And behind that boundary sits a door into a market about as big as the main product. Now, old me calls that a waste. But drawing the boundary cost me almost nothing because the AI built it inside my architecture. The same feature, the same idea, the only thing that changed was tying the two things together. So that labor was cheap because it was done by AI. So swap the question that you ask. Stop asking, will I need this? Instead ask, what does it cost to keep the door open? Run a two-part test. 1, is the seam cheap to design and cheap to carry or maintain? And 2, is the upside behind the door actually real? And if both are yes, then build the seam. But if the door costs real maintenance that you'll babysit forever, then skip it. That part is still just over-engineering. YAGNI was a labor cost. That cost just collapsed. YAGNI still applies to code you build and maintain, but it does not apply to the doors you leave open. I'm Chad Carter, helping developers ship production-ready software faster. You already know what you're doing, just now go and ship it. And hey, if this helped, you know the drill. Plus, you may want to go ahead and share this with a developer that you like. And I'll see you in the next video.